Okay, fam, we back at you again, continuing on with part two of the conversation. We're dealing with the situation with Kelly Price. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Kelly Price. Pretty much, she's coming after the gospel industry, preachers, Kirk Franklin, T.D. Jakes, the Mary women, you name it. She's coming after everybody. From part one, we learned that she appears to be upset with the fact that the industry embrace women that they consider to be the standard of beauty rather than her. She talked about how she was raised by a drug dealing father or uncles and all this other stuff. She was raised in the hood. So you shouldn't just look at her as some old Christian woman who's soft, meaning that she's ready to pretty much bring out the choppers and step to anybody that even question her or her relationships or whatever the case is. She's pretty much coming for you. So that being said, fam, we got to get right back into this thing so that we can get down to business. So let's just roll the tape, see what we got, and that's about it, fam. So let's roll the tape. Let's go.
Anybody that thinks that this love singing church girl don't have smoke,
You see?
options, or the ability to bust that ass down if you come at me the wrong way,
Wow.
you are very well deceived. And I'm serving you notice now, because I saw some very disrespectful things to me today.
Wow.
I don't bother people. I don't threaten people. The amazing thing to me is people think that because I have been this nice girl, I was never a gospel artist. Let me be clear. I grew up in church. I
don't think people heard that. She said I was never a gospel artist. She said I was never a gospel artist, which means she was never a Christian. Now, in part one, I proved to you that her current marriage is built on adultery. You know, I really believe that Kelly Price is not taking personal accountability for her own life. I believe that she's being judged by God right now. It's not that we're the problem. No, she's being judged by God for her sins as well as her bad choices when it comes to business for selling herself short. It's not that nobody's doing her dirty. She is just mad because things are not going her way. We also learned that she looked down on all of the individuals that are out here that are on the 9-to-5 grind, putting in work. You know what I mean? She looked down on you folks by basically saying that y'all punching the clock. She's not. Basically, she feels she's better than you. I'm just pretty much putting out the information so y'all can all see. Let's get back to the tape. Let's go.
My professional career has always been pop, R&B, and hip hop.
Wow.
Period. So I was never a gospel artist. I'm an R&B artist who did a gospel album. I did a gospel EP because my grandfather died from COVID, and I wanted to honor him. But if you believe that because my grandmother raised me to be a lady, and that in addition to being a businesswoman and a wife who knows how to take care of her household and cooks and cleans, that I won't bust your ass if you come at me the wrong way, that's your bad all day long. You made a huge mistake.
Do you see how she's being fake now? So this is what I mean, how a lot of times people be coming at you like, oh, I'm a Christian, I believe in God, you know, I'm a virtuous woman, Proverbs 31. All of that stuff is fake when you really think about it, because you see how she's conducting herself now? She's conducting herself like any other woman in the street. She's being ratchet as heck right now. So it's like, how do you even take her serious when it comes to this situation when she's basically saying like, listen, if I want to come out and act the fool, I'll act the fool. I don't care. Forget all of this Christian stuff. I'm telling you, man, a lot of these people been fake their whole lives, man. It is what it is. Let's get back to the tape. It's crazy.
I don't want to be that person. I actually push that person down. But what I'm not going to let you do is threaten me and make me feel like because you think I'm a church girl that you're going to kick my ass.
You see? Where's all of the biblical prayers? Where's forgiveness? Where all that Christian stuff they always tell you in these churches? How come we don't see that? Now, I'm not saying you cannot stand up for when people are disrespecting you. But my point is, when do we draw the line? Like, when do we apply being a follower of Christ versus acting ratchet and dysfunctional? Because this is a bad witness to everybody that probably listens to her music thinking that, oh, she's a gospel singer, she's a gospel artist, but look at how she's conducting herself. This is crazy.
I got a nice surprise for you, and it's not going to end the way you think it is.
Wow.
All you people with your private pages, so I can't see who you are, where you're from, and where you look from. Today's been a long day. I really, in real life, did not feel well. I actually spent all day in bed. The only times I got up was to talk to my manager, to talk to my lawyer, to talk to my husband, and I went right back to sleep. I checked my messages in between, and I saw the foolery that some of y'all people were sending me, and I went on y'all asses, because you deserved it.
Wow. So she went off on people because she claimed they deserve it. Is this what Christ would do? Is this what the Messiah would do? I mean, what did the Bible say? It says that if you're living righteous, you shall suffer persecution. But see, what she's getting is not persecution. She is literally getting judgment from people that just don't like what she's doing. You know what I mean? And based on what I'm hearing from a lot of sources, it's like every other year she's always going off on something, making up some sort of new thing to try to bring attention to herself. And it's like, when is enough enough? When are you going to be satisfied? It's like, okay, you made albums, you did this, you wrote a lot of people's songs. Like, what do you want? You want people to worship you? Like, what are you looking for? Like, when is it going to be about God? When is it going to be about saving souls? Like, when is it going to be about that and not focused on you? This is crazy, man. Let's get back to the tapes.
I'm going to be honest with you. Don't let the Church of God in Christ snap.
She said, don't let the church and God, don't let the church girl in God or something along those lines snap. Is this the right way to be conducting yourself in the world, fam? Now think of this. Is this the right way to go about business? Because obviously this ain't cool for some reason. This is definitely not the way to go. But this is what she want you guys to believe in today's day. Let's get back to the tape. Let's go.
Don't let the sanctification stamp. Don't let the word of knowledge. Don't let the prophetic. And don't let the word that I've hid in my heart so that I won't sin against him fool you.
Wow.
Because David was a motherfucker. And Saul was a motherfucker. And Peter was a motherfucker. And they were God's beloved. But they would bust your ass in a heartbeat.
She basically saying that, right now she's twisting the Bible. She's basically saying that all of those guys were men of the Lord, but they'll whoop your tail in a heartbeat to justify her conduct right now, as if though it's a righteous indignation against the evildoers that are coming against her. This is crazy. Wow.
So if you think about it, before you say the name Kelly Price, what I want you to think is David, Saul, Peter. Because when it's all said and done, I'm still going to heaven after I bust your ass.
That's crazy, man.
So leave me alone. Leave my family alone. Leave my husband alone. You miserable, confused bitches.
Wow.
Leave us alone. Leave us alone. I don't bother nobody. I don't even clap back. You can probably count on your hands the times that I've clapped back at people, and you wouldn't make it to your 10th finger because I don't buy into this BS. But when you come for mine, and especially now, if you come for mine, you got a problem. And I don't know what you think you know, but you don't know.
This is wild, man.
The Bible says follow peace with all men. Holiness without. No man shall see the Lord. I am going to advise you. And I'm only going to do it once. Follow peace with all men. For holiness without. No man shall see the Lord. If I got to check you physically, emotionally, verbally, I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm going to repent and I'm going to be all right with God. But I'm still going to bust your ass. Okay? I know a lot. I said a lot of things today. I'm not backing off from any of them. I'm one of the very few artists who have been able to record and tour with both gospel and R&B artists. And the lives that are lived by the people that you worship are despicable and disgusting. My heart was broken when I saw the things that happened on the road with a lot of these artists.
So her heart was broken based on the things that she saw on the road. Her heart was broken. Let's let her play. Let's go.
Doing shows with these artists, all kinds of stuff. My heart was broken because there was still a part of me that believed that holiness without which no man shall see the Lord. That's biblical also. It took for me to tour and to work and to do shows with these artists that call themselves gospel artists and preachers who tried to get in my bed. That's another story. You won't get it for free.
Wow. Preachers that wanted to get in her bed, but she said, you're not going to get that for free, which means she's not going to tell you who those preachers are. She's going to drag the story as usual. This is what they do. She's not going to tell you exactly what's going on. She's not going to give you any insight, any sort of information on what's going on. Why? Because once again, it's all about the bag. It's not about you. So what about all the victims? What about all the artists that she claims is suffering in the industry? Why isn't she trying to help those artists? Come on, y'all. This is BS, man. She's literally playing games with everybody.
Refuse to give that for free. Some preachers that's all over your timeline and in your YouTube right now. That if they could have gotten me in my bed or in their bed, they would have.
Wow. Preachers that are all over your timeline that are on YouTube. Preachers. So she's talking about prominent ministers. She's talking about prominent ministers. So we probably, listen, man, you could throw names out there. You can assume whoever you want. She's talking about ministers that are on your timeline. Prominent pastors and bishops and preachers was trying to get her in bed, y'all. Ministers of the gospel was trying to get Kelly Price in bed. This is what they were doing, fam.
What?
I kid you not. I kid you not, fam. I'm not even trying to make this up. This is what they were doing. Let's get back to the tapes, y'all. Let's go.
But I don't play those games because fuck a man. I fear God.
Wow.
I fear God. I fear God. I've never not feared him. There's no man that walks this earth that I fear more than Jehovah. Thank you, Dream KD. I am calm. I am calm. I was not feeling well at all today, and I've been attacked on so many levels. And literally, I woke up to drink water, drink tea. My husband woke me up to make sure that I was feeling okay. That one that y'all said it looked so evil and looked so mean, fuck you.
Wow.
He takes better care of me than my parents did.
Yo. She just said that the one that y'all say look evil, and then she said, F y'all. I mean, is this the Christian way to do things? I'm just trying to figure this out. Is this the Christian way to go about things? Because if anything, nobody should be taking Kelly Price serious at this point, especially after she disrespected the people. She's egotistical, self-centered. I wouldn't be surprised if she's trying to blackmail somebody. Probably going to make a tell-all book. She's probably going to come out of the woodworks by claiming that, some pastor tried to touch her, and you know what I mean? It's like everybody's trying to come out the closet now with some story about somebody doing something to them. And it's like, I just can't take none of these people serious, man. These people, in my opinion, they're being fake right now, fam. Like literally. I'm trying to hear her story, but it's like, it's not adding up.
My desire, for real, is that in the end, that God looks at me and says that he is proud of me.
But how is he going to be proud of you with the way you're conducting yourself right now? How is he going to be proud of you by doing that? Come on now. How is he going to be proud of you by conducting yourself the way you are, which is making him look bad? Nah, he's not proud.
So what people think of me means nothing.
If what people think of you mean nothing, right? Think about this. If what people think of you means nothing, then why you cursing people out on your timeline? Why you going in? Why you cussing and cursing people out if what people say don't mean nothing to you? It does mean something to you. That's why you respond to it. You're not fooling me.
What people think of me means nothing.
It does.
Curses aren't nice. Curse words aren't nice, but they're words. And they can be forgiven.
You see?
Y'all need to be more concerned about the actions of the people that you look up to.
I mean, she just told you need to be concerned about the actions of the people you look up to. So what about the people that look up to you and your actions? What about that? What about the people that look up to you? What about your actions that don't align with what you believe in? How are they to believe? How are they to think and look at you when your actions is looking very questionable at this point? Like, how do we take you serious when you're out here wilding out, cussing everybody out? You know what I'm saying? Doing too much. Like, this is not making any sense. So it's like, which one is it? Come on now.
Those are the things that are going to be harder to forgive and still make heaven, if you believe in heaven. I am going to spend the next couple of days getting my strength back so that I am ready for my first show of the year next week. I am looking forward to February, which is the month of lovers, and being with you on Valentine's Day and the days surrounding it. I am looking forward to the month of April, which is my birthday. The month of April, which is my birthday, and I plan to be out every weekend celebrating my birthday with my fans and my followers and my family, because I love you guys so much and I appreciate the love that you have shown me. When it's all said and done, I have honored the gift that God has given me, and I have done my very ample best to take care of it.
How are you honoring the gift when you're out here making people question your walk with God? How are you honoring? This is not honoring God. First of all, your relationship is built on adultery. I don't know if anybody is going to tell you that. Might as well be me. But the marriage that you have right now, I'm just being honest with you. The marriage that you have right now is built on adultery. There's no way around it. The marriage that you're in right now is built on adultery based on the Bible. The man that you was married to first, that you said gave you 10, no, he didn't give you 10 kids, but he had 10 kids, I guess, by other women. That's your husband. You're to be reconciled back with him, right? If he had some other women that he got kids with, it is what it is. He's a man. The Bible says he can have more than one wife. So you might not like it, but two wrongs don't make a right. I mean, okay, he went with those other women, had kids, but you're now an adulteress now. So what does it profit you to gain a new man and not make it to the kingdom? Because you cannot make it to the kingdom in adultery. You can't. You're going to have to get that man out of the way and go be reconciled back to your husband. That's what the Bible says. You know, there's no way around it.
So that when I stand before you, you receive from me what I received from God. My soul belongs to God because I haven't sold it to anybody.
You did sell it. See, this is the problem. A lot of people don't understand that they already sold their soul already by the pure fact that her marriage right now is built on adultery. She already sold her soul to Satan. And this is what a lot of women don't understand. There's a lot of women, man, that are in adultery, man, adultery to the max. And they're out here trying to appear as if though they single, as if though they could just roll. This is why, guys, you got to be very careful about the women you entertaining, because a lot of these women be adulteresses that be out here doing the most, and they trying to come up inside of your life and then get you caught up in the curses. This is why you got to be very, very mindful of these things, fam. Very, very mindful of it, because a lot of evil is going on in today's day, and you don't want to get caught up. Let's go.
It's not mine to sell. These people out here selling their souls, They're selling things that don't belong to them. Our souls come from God.
In order for you to be in that industry, you had to sell your soul. The pure fact you're having all these problems is because you sold your soul. You understand? And the reason why you're not able to have what you want in the industry is because the industry is requiring you to do more. And you're not willing to make that sacrifice. That's why you're dealing with the problems you're dealing with. You wanted to go in Satan's domain. Because if you're truly walking with God, you would know that, going down that path that you're going is not kosher. I mean, you're in a world where you're literally dealing with an industry that is satanic. That's why they're taking advantage of you, But even though they're taking advantage of you, you're technically allowing the abuse. It's no different than a woman that's in a bad relationship. You know what I mean? Yeah, the guy you with might be abusive, but you're there. You know what I'm saying? Like you like it. There's no other way around it. Like if you're there and you're living with this guy and you keep talking about, well, you're going to pray for him and you want Jesus to help him, then, it's like you're a fool at this point. You're enjoying the show. You're enjoying your stay in misery. So you can't even get mad at nobody but yourself. You see? So the way I see it, Miss Price, you're your own problem. Nobody else is your problem right now. It's not even God. You're your problem. People are not your problem. The gospel industry is not your problem because that industry is satanic. Nowhere in the Bible did the Lord say for his people to go into the world to do this and do that. No. There's no gospel artists in the Bible. None. So I don't know where everybody get all this, I'm a gospel artist and all this other nonsense. None of that is in the book. You see? And with the way you conducting yourself right now, nobody taking you serious, especially as an adulteress.
My gift came from God. He passed it through my grandmother. But the gift belongs to God. And the day that I decide.
If the gift belonged to God, why are you fighting? Look, if the gift belonged to God, why are you fighting? Shouldn't God fight? Shouldn't you just let God fight for you? Think about that. Shouldn't you just kind of sit back? I mean, didn't the Bible say to stand still and see the salvation of the Lord? Y'all remember when Moses was leading the people out of bondage? It said, stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. How come you don't let God fight for his talent, his gift, since it's his? Why are you fighting? You're fighting because you think it's yours. And that's the problem right there. You're selfish.
That I have the right to use it for something other than what he has called me to use it for. You'll still enjoy it, but I'll be in bigger trouble than you could ever fathom.
You're not making any sense. You're saying that you'll be in bigger trouble, but you use your talent for the world. You made the choice to write for other artists. God didn't tell you to do that. You're complaining about stuff that you did. You're complaining about stuff you allowed. Okay, they don't want your image. They look at you. They don't like the way you look. Whatever the situation is, you're upset about that. Okay, cool. Why do you continually write songs for artists that have no talent, but they're using your talent? So you're using the gift that God gave you the wrong way. Because he never gave the talent to you so that you could be writing for all those other people. He gave it to you to express yourself. And that doesn't make any sense. You did this on your own. Nobody did this to you. Nobody did this to you, fam. You did this to yourself. You're your problem, nobody else's.
And I honor him and I love him and I fear him too much for that.
No, you don't. You don't fear God. If you fear God, you wouldn't be married to another man and living a life as an adulteress. Because at the end of the day, Miss Price, you are an adulteress according to the Bible. According to the Bible, you are an adulteress. You're married to another man who is not your husband. You understand? The Bible clearly says what it says. And you're out here acting as if though you don't know what's going on. The Bible clearly tell you, clearly, for the woman which hath an husband is bound by the law to her husband so long as he liveth. But if the husband be dead, she is loose from the law of her husband. So then, if while her husband liveth, if he liveth, she be married to another man, she shall be called an adulteress. But if her husband be dead, she is free from the law, from that law, so that she is no adulteress, though she be married to another man. See, the only way in which you can be with another man is if your first husband die. You ladies don't ever follow the Bible. This is why going into the Christian church is dangerous, because a lot of women in them churches already been divorced, married, divorced, and they're waiting on God to send them some other husband. And you're wondering why none of them ever get that husband. Because God is not sending them nothing. Just like the man that you're with right now, God didn't send him. Why would God violate his own law? Why would God send Kelly Price a new husband when his scriptures clearly says that if she get married to another man while her previous husband still live, she shall be called an adulteress? So why would you pray and God send you a new husband to violate his own word? It's not God that's doing this. It's you that's doing this. You're your problem, not God. And that's just a fact. Let's get to the tapes.
Thank you for hearing me. Thank you for listening to me. I love you guys. You have been with me for a long time. 2024 is 32 years for me. And for people that say I need to be trying to go somewhere and trying to find out how to get booked, I just want to say this. DISCOGRAPHY. The word is discography. Pretty sure you don't know what it means. But if you ask Google, she'll tell you. If you ask Siri, she'll tell you.
See, she's still boasting about her discography and all the body of work that she's done. And she's trying to make people feel like they're stupid, like saying, oh, you don't know what the word discography mean and all this other stuff. Like, if that's so, why are you complaining though? Why are you complaining about stuff if you good? You're talking about all this work that you got, but you're not really happy. I don't hear a happy woman. I hear somebody that's miserable, somebody that's not happy. That's what I'm hearing, and that's what everybody's hearing. Everybody's hearing a miserable woman that is upset that her life is not going where she thought it should be going. You know? And this is crazy, fam. This is absolutely crazy. And for those that might be watching the replay of the video, do she have kids from her first husband? Because I'm trying to figure out, she said that the first husband had 10 kids while he was married to her. Did she have kids for that man? That's what I want to know, because I don't follow these individuals to know all their business in terms of how many kids they have.
Before you knew who Kelly Price was, you were singing Kelly Price songs. That is the blessing of the Lord, which makes rich and adds no sorrow. Because while you want to try to call me a has-been.
But it adds sorrow because you're struggling right now. You saying the blessing of the Lord maketh rich and addeth no sorrow. You're going through sorrow right now. You're going through misery right now. You're complaining, you're bickering, you're fussing, you're fighting. All of that is sorrow, misery. And you went live because you want company. You should have been praying about this. You know? And then what's so sad, to add insult to injury, is now that you put all your business on social media, now that you tell the whole world what you're doing and what you're going through, now other people going to start talking about it. And then you're going to be getting upset. Why are those people talking about? You put your business online. This is not making sense. It's like, I don't understand these folks, bro. Like, they would literally put their business all online and then get mad when other people start to talk about their business, as if though we hacked their computer and got this inside details. No, you put it out there. We took the information and we decided to start make videos to question you. That's what we're doing. It's just that simple. Let's get back to the tapes.
You're still getting up and punching a clock.
Wow.
And I make money in my sleep. And that's no disrespect to anybody. But that's what God did for me.
That is disrespect to everybody. You just disrespected everybody. By you saying that, you disrespected everybody. You disrespected all the people that buy your album. How you gonna talk about you make money in your sleep and blah, 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 and you ain't doing this? You're disrespecting the people that made you who you are. Have it ever dawned on you, those people that gotta punch the clock are the ones that finance your life? See, you're ungrateful and you think you're better than everybody. You're not gonna get no support. I guarantee you, you're not gonna get no support over this issue that you're dealing with. Nobody's gonna support you. People are gonna look at you and say you're ungrateful and you're looking down on the people that are your main fan base. And you're gonna talk about no disrespect to anybody else. You already did the damage, man. People can see through this. They can see who you are. It's not hard to find out. We can see right through you.
Because ignorant people like many of those of you who are watching and listening, but will never identify yourselves, say that because I'm fat and I'm black and I'm ugly, that I'll always have to work extra hard to be anything in this business.
See, she's acting like she on The Color Purple, y'all. She's literally calling herself these names. Nobody called her out of her name. She just don't like herself. She's insecure with herself. That's the real issue. She's not happy in her own body. And she's blaming us for her own insecurities and inadequacies. That's what she's doing right now. She's literally shaming herself. And she wants everybody else to be on her pity party train.
And the only thing I can say to you is, get to where I'm at.
You see? More boasting.
Get to where I'm at.
Get to where I'm at.
And then come have a conversation with me. If you can get past my management and security.
You see this? Get to where I'm at. In other words, get on my level. Here she is struggling, crying, and still arrogant. Pride goeth before the fall, fam.
But before you do that, don't be late to work on Monday.
Wow.
Because your check is going to be light at the end of the week if you do.
Yo, do you see how she's taking shots at the 9-to-5 workers, y'all? Do you see how she's disrespecting you, fam? Don't be late to work on Monday because your check is not going to look right. That's sad, bro. Nobody should be taking Kelly Price serious at this point. Nobody should be taking her serious. Because she's very, very disrespectful and rude to the people who actually support her. And she's laughing.
I love you. I appreciate you.
No, she don't.
I thank you for your support.
Wow.
I'm not even about calling out names. People can assume what they want to assume.
If you're not about calling out names, why talk, man? It's just like that Christian guy that was exposing, Tyler Perry for some rainbow Fruity Loop activity. It's like y'all just be coming online to run y'all mouth and y'all not even calling out no names. I don't understand this, fam.
For an artist on the show that I was a judge on. I was on a show with Kirk Franklin, Erica Campbell, Jonathan McReynolds, and there was me. My husband was with me at work every day.
You hear?
And I'm gonna leave that right there.
You see how she throw out some names right there? So she got beef with these people, y'all.
God bless y'all. And good night.
Wow.
New music in 2024.
That's crazy.
And I don't have to pretend, because I'm a God-gifted artist who was given the opportunity to make music that speaks not just to the church house, but to the world. God bless you. I see you, and I do know how to jump double dutch. That's one of the things that we had to do to keep busy if we weren't involved in the BS in the hood. I love y'all. Happy New Year. This is going to be an amazing year. I entreat you, and I challenge you to separate yourself from the bullshit.
Wow.
And give God an opportunity to show who he is. You will not be disappointed. I promise you.
This is crazy.
Love y'all. Good night.
Absolutely crazy, fam. Well, hey, that's about it. This is pretty much part 2. You can leave your comments, leave your feedback. Let me know what you think of the video. We hope you enjoyed it. This is the breakdown of the Kelly Price story. That's right. She said that she's going to pretty much charge everybody for what she's going to be talking about. We don't really need to see it because, to be honest with you, based on this breakdown, she appears to be the problem. She appears to have a lot of issues that she's struggling with. It's her choices. She put herself in this mess. She really needs to be focusing on the fact that she's in an adulterous affair. I don't know what church she attends, whoever's her pastor. Do anybody know who is Kelly Price pastor? Do anybody know that? We need that info because whoever is her pastor is a false teacher, because why her pastor is not telling her that she's in an adulterous affair? The answer is because most likely that pastor is in an adulterous affair and his entire church is in an adulterous affair. Because this is how they get down, fam. That's why I keep telling you, when you go to these churches, man, they don't follow God, y'all. They don't. They follow Satan. And I know it's difficult to understand, but this is what it is, fam. This is what it is. So, hey, we're going to get up on out of here, man. Y'all be safe. Ringo TV Reactions, we salute you. We're going to get up on out of here, man. It is what it is. I appreciate everybody stopping by, hanging out with us. But it's time for us to pretty much go do what we got to do. So, hey, again, y'all be safe out there. Ringo TV Reactions, we salute you. We out of here. Y'all take care. Peace. We out.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.